Earlier today, I told you that very shortly we will be joined by a very prominent Indian Paralympic athlete specializing in high jump. His success in para-athletics has made him one of India's leading Paralympic champions, inspiring many millions through his resilience, most importantly, through his dedication to this particular sport. And while we wait for our champions to join us after the next session, I want to give you a sneak peek into who you will be meeting very shortly. Can we have the video, please?
Shri Kumar, at 32 years of age. Silver medalist in Kobe earlier this year. Asian champion, eventually take the bronze. Shri Kumar, at 32 years of age.
Sharad Kumar is going to be one of the champions who will be joining us in just a couple of minutes from now. But before that, we're moving on into a session that we all have been waiting for. Because in this room, there are many stalwarts, and it is that moment where we would like to learn from their decades of wisdom, experience, and their learnings, of course. First of all, I would like to introduce our moderator for this conversation. He will be guiding us through this discussion. A very distinguished personality. He's the chairman of the Content Committee for the New India Summit 2025. He's the chairman of Research and Statistics at CREDAI National. He's also a national best-selling author. He's authored 23 books on the real estate sector, a third-generation real estate developer, partner at Suvidha Group with projects in Mumbai City. Give it up for Dr. Advocate Harshul Savla on stage. And joining him are power panelists Mr. Satish Magar, past president CREDAI, Mr. Rajnikant Ajmera, past president CREDAI, and Mr. Jitendra Thakker, founding member. All these gentlemen have been so instrumental in shaping policies and strengthening both the community and CREDAI as well. And Harshul is going to make sure he extracts as much wisdom and experience as possible. Harshul, over to you.
Thank you. It's like sitting with three lions. And this is cumulatively 130 years plus of real estate experience on the stage. And each one with almost 3 to 4 decades of work that they've done. So I think a lot of learnings. Quickly, I'll move to the first question, starting with Satish Dada. What has been the most defining moment of your real estate journey, which has spanned over thousands of landlords and more than lakhs of customers? So what has been the most defining moment of this 3-4 decade old journey for you?
Do you want me to give you the real one or the
real one, real one.
The real one was when I was called by the late President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam, to understand what he wrote, what we did, and he wrote a chapter on us. And the other one is when I became President of CREDAI.
Wow. Rajni bhai, what has been your most defining moment? You are an inspiration for all of us in MMR and across India.
My inspiring moment always is to visit the sites and to how to execute the faster constructions that I always admire.
Wow, very interesting. We started the day with a prominent developer saying he's never visiting sites, and we have Rajni bhai with all these years of experience. And I think truly, when we make those buildings, site visits are the ones which give the most joy. Jitu uncle, what has been your defining moment? And all the tier 2, 3, 4 developers are looking forward to this one.
See, excellent moment is when we sat with Jetmalani ji, myself, Kumar Gira, and one more person, I think, Suhas Machad, sorry. we were sitting there. It was decided that ULC has to be repealed. Then reports have been called from all the states. Many of the states opposed to it because of land vested in the government or flats under Section 20 allotted to the different purchasers. That time, हमने suggest किया कि let us exclude this part, 10.3, 10.5 and 20 section. वो जो 2 लाइन ड्राफ्ट हुई, that 2 lines, और उस टाइम जो चीज क्लिक हुई, so that is a greatest moment.
That was the most draconian era.
Yeah.
Jidu, I would like to continue. What if you were to start again today? What would you do differently in this time? If you were to start your real estate journey again, what would you do differently?
See, basically, differently जो करेंगे, so I would love to create infrastructure, means like school and some like activity. So
All of you are answering so shortly, I'm going to be looking for more questions. Rajni bhai, what would you do differently if you were to start your 3-4 decade career again, and if you were given a chance to restart, what would you do differently?
First, we have to change with the times. We have to use the technology. How the technology we have to use in terms of the marketing, in constructions, and to identify the land. This is the main 3 pillars of this our real estate business, and that's how we can use the more and more technology.
It's so fortunate that all the 3 Doyens are, still active in business, and it's first-hand experience. Satish Dada, what would you do differently? You've been a remarkable journey.
I think I learned from what has happened in the last 25 years, all the ups and downs. Look at the ups more cautiously, so that we get carried away whenever we are on the upside. I was just discussing with Baman, what can bring our downfall is we ourselves. So I'll reinvent that whole wheel again, so that I don't do it myself. Everyone does it, when we have done it. And the second thing is I'll try and use both my fingers on the WhatsApp. Something which I still cannot do.
So, with these many years of experience, you all have seen all the cycles possible, ups and downs, challenges, failures. We often on this platform only talk about success. We celebrate success, which is great. But what happens in personal lives is when we see the first failure, is when we get severely, we get disturbed. It's difficult for a lot of people to come out of it. By your experience, and if you could share some personal anecdote about any failure or any challenge, and how did you navigate and came out of it, which could be an inspiration for everyone listening today.
You asking me?
Yes.
Many times we developers get carried away. If somebody else is doing something, why can't you do it? You are both the same. You are both developers. You both have the same stature. So what is wrong with you? So there is a developer in Pune who does high-end apartments. So one fine day we thought that if we can churn out thousands of apartments, why cannot we do high-end? So we did high-end. Market was very good. That cycle was up. So the mid segment was getting the money. The high-end was not getting sold. And then one fine day we realized that we have more than 500 flats ready possession, not a single one sold. And then we realized that there's a big blunder which has happened. Wow. So what to do was the question. We said, what is the least price we can get? What can we give off and sell to investors? So one developer friend got an investor from Aurangabad to buy, Aurangabad and Jalna. He said, no cash. Whatever you have to do, you have to offset the transaction. I want discounts. Okay, said, we'll give you stamp duty discount, we'll give you parking free, we'll give you this free, that free. But if you resell, we'll collect that money back again. So we sold everything at the bare price. The time that 53C was not there, ready reckoner, was not that strict. We made money after on resale, but that time we just got rid of that stock because maintaining 500 odd flats was a difficult task. And then again recently, get carried out with affordable housing. So just before COVID, we got PMAY sanction for 5,000 units. Thank God COVID came. So that 5,000 became 572. I still have 200 ready possession flats to sell. Waiting for the government to allot them. So you learn from your mistakes.
Jitu bhai, have
But
you...
you still do them again.
Of
That's
course.
what I'm
Of
doing.
course. Jitu bhai, what has been any failure story that you would want to share of yours, or any challenge or any anecdote that you would share from your journey over last 30, 40 years across the cycles that you've seen?
Challenge was first income tax surge, which was in 1987. See, at that time, what they did was they have worked out all the sales, they have worked out all the purchases, added all the things in that time. 132(4) order was passed, and entire things were freezed, stock freeze, everything was freezed. Then, that time, I met to CBDT chairman, they appointed special officer and get the things resolved in 5-6 months of time. So that was a great first and great challenge of my life. So.
Rajni bhai, could you share the challenge?
मेरा मानना है कि रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर्स को और नहीं तो कोई भी बिजनेस में हर अंधेरी रात के बाद में अंजवाला दिन मतलब हर अमास के बाद में पूर्णिमा आते ही है, तो कभी भी डरने का सवाल ही नहीं होता है, नहीं हो जाता है तो हो जाता है। कभी कभी ऐसा भी बनता है कि कहीं टाइम पर थोड़ा दिन ऐसा आ जाता है मार्केट में भी, अपन कितना भी आप टाइम करो, कितना भी आप कर लो, तो आपका अनसोल्ड इन्वेंट्री होता है तो सेल नहीं होता है, तो सर्टन टाइम्स होता है, तो वो टाइम पर थोड़ा अपने को पेशेंट रखना चाहिए। वो जो समझ लो, और हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है आज तक का कि जो बिल्डिंग के अंदर अपना जो एकदम वर्स्ट लोकेशन वाला फ्लैट रहता है कि भी जो उधर लाइट वेंटिलेशन कम है, कोई भी कम नहीं है, मगर वो सबसे जो लास्ट में फ्लैट बिकता है और जो पहले अच्छा दाम से जो फ्लैट बेचा है, सबसे ज़्यादा रेट वो फ्लैट का आता है। तो इसके लिए कभी भी समझ लो फ्लैट नहीं बिका है तो अपने को चिंता नहीं है। और दूसरा, हमारे पे भगवान की दया है कि आज तक हमारा ऐसा कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट में हो जाती है कि हमारा प्रोजेक्ट चालू हो जाता है और जब भी मैं कंप्लीशन स्टेज पर पहुंचता हूं वो टाइम पर हमारी सिंगल डिजिट के अंदर इन्वेंट्री होता है। दैट इज़ द आज हमारा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड रहा है। अभी जैसे फेल्यूर का मुश्किल ही कहते हैं, तो लाइफ के अंदर तो बहुत ही मुश्किल ही आई है। कैसा भी कोई भी जो रियल एस्टेट का डेवलपर्स होता है, मैं तो सुबह सबको ऐसा ही बोलता हूँ कि अपन मॉर्निंग में उठते हैं दूसरे दिन तो पहले पूछता है कि आज नया कौन सा बम फूटा है, कि आजकल क्या है, कोई गवर्नमेंट का नया रेगुलेशन आता है। हमारे बॉम्बे में क्या हो जाता है, उधर तो बहुत ईजी है, तो नया नया सर्कुलर आ जाता है, भी आज इधर कंस्ट्रक्शन बंद कर दिया, कभी एनवायरनमेंट का बॉम्ब फूटता है, कभी कोई सेटबैक का कुछ न कुछ सेटबैक का कोई भी एनवायरनमेंट कोई भी चीज़ की बॉम्ब फूटता है, तो उसकी चीज़ से डरने का नहीं हो। हर चीज़ का दवा होता है। जैसा अभी योगी जी ने थोड़ा दिन पहले बोला था ना, कोई किसी ने बोला था कि भाई उसको उधर यूपी में भेज दो, दवा हो जाती है। इसमें अपने रियल एस्टेट बिल्डर्स इतने प्रूफ होते हैं ना, वो हर चीज़ का हल निकाल ही लेता है, कितनी भी डिफ़िकल्टी आ जावे। तो उसके लिए कभी भी डरने का नहीं। कोई भी मिस्टेक आ जाता है तो आज नहीं तो कल सोल्व हो जाता है। कोई ने कहा तो ही जो रियल एस्टेट तो ही रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर बन सकता है, तो ही रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर बनता है कि जो मुश्किल से रास्ता निकालता है, नहीं तो बिल्डिंग लाइन में रह ही नहीं सकता है।
Very insightful. Rajni uncle, I would continue with the questions with you. आप लग्जरी से लेके यू आर वर्किंग ऑल्सो इन अफोर्डेबल सेगमेंट, आप फुल स्पेक्ट्रम का काम करते हैं। अगर आपको मौका मिला कि टियर 3 सिटी में एक प्रोजेक्ट डालना है, तो आपका अप्रोच क्या रहेगा? हाउ विल यू गो अबाउट डूइंग दिस? आपका क्या माइंडसेट रहेगा और कैसे करोगे टियर 3? और ये एक मॉडल अप्रोच हो सकता है बाकी टियर 2, 3 डेवलपर्स के लिए, एक सोच हो सकती है फॉर समवन विद ऑल दिस इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस एंड अक्रॉस सेगमेंट्स।
भाई एमर्जिंग सिटी होवे कि डेवलप सिटी होवे, कोई भी चीज़ में कहाँ पे भी अपना डेवलपर की चॉइस नहीं रहती है। कोई भी बिजनेस का वो तो रूल्स है कि भाई जहाँ पे अपने को डेवलपमेंट करता है वो एरिया का क्या डिमांड्स है, वो क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, तो वो जैसे गांव के साथ में ही अपने को चलना मांगता है कि भाई जहाँ पे समय भाई आज अभी अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग की जहाँ डिमांड है उधर आप लग्जरी कर दो, तो फिर उधर कोई मतलब नहीं है लग्जरी करने के लिए. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द मार्केट एंड देन वी हैव टू प्लान.
Jitu bhai, your experience in Nashik और दूसरे इमर्जिंग सिटीज़ के लिए आप क्या मॉडल देंगे या क्या स्ट्रैटेजी देंगे जो लोग सुन रहे हैं आपके अनुभव से? व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर?
नासिक के लिए मैं कहूँगा कि प्लॉटेड डेवलपमेंट इज़ ऑन हाई पिक, दैट इज़ वन. एंड सेकेंडली नासिक में अभी बड़े साइज़ के भी फ्लैट अच्छी तरह से बिकते हैं. सो देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज डिमांड इन लार्जर साइज ऑफ फ्लैट. अराउंड 2000 स्क्वायर फीट प्लस के फ्लैट्स अच्छी तरह से बिक रहे हैं.
सतीश दादा, अभी UDCPR आ गया है, FSI की लहर अक्रॉस इंडिया चल रही है, इमर्जिंग सिटीज़ में भी FSI आने लग गई है. इनफैक्ट थोड़ी Tier 1 सिटीज़ में तो अनलिमिटेड FSI का भी कॉन्सेप्ट है, हैदराबाद जैसे. आपका क्या टेक है खास करके इमर्जिंग सिटीज़ के लिए, जहाँ पे प्राइस सेलेबिलिटी का एक चैलेंज रहता है, कि एक सीलिंग रहता है?
Not only emerging cities, even for established cities. See, this is a guideline. This is what you can go up to maximum. That does not mean you have to nail your coffin every time you go one floor up. अभी मैंने सुना आपका एक सेशन था यहाँ पे, सब तारे जमीन पे आए रहेंगे हाई राइज वाले. Everyone feels that even your consultants tell you that your cost is getting distributed. So higher you go, cheaper it is. I don't think so. I absolutely don't think so. And what about the recurring expenses which come? So UDCPR, what I felt, what I heard, what I've been a part of when it was being drafted in Maharashtra, was a guideline to remove discretion. It was not a guideline for the landowners to go to a licensing architect and calculate his maximum potential, and for the developer to fight amongst each other कि मैं इतना करूँगा, मैं आपको इतना दूँगा. The types of JVs people do, oh my God, I don't know how they will survive. Because everyone is calculating 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. Now in Mumbai, you have soft soil below. In Pune, there is hard rock below. How are you going to survive? I just don't know. I just don't know. So it's just a guideline. You do what you can do best, what can sell, and what the buyer wants, not what you fantasize and perceive.
अभी एक नॉन रियल एस्टेट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. मेंटल हेल्थ बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है, खास करके रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर्स के लिए, क्योंकि मेंटल फोकस बहुत ही एक ज़रूरी चीज़ है. व्हाट इज़ दैट थिंग दैट यू डू पर्सनली so as to ensure that the mental health remains healthy, and otherwise also from hobbies perspective, what would you do so that you remain focused at work?
Whom are you asking, these two or me?
All of you.
I don't know. I am a very strong believer that this whole story of mental health is something which we have created ourselves. We go for, with due respect, we'll go for, some gurus telling us something. We'll go for motivational talks who try to motivate you on what? And why? The moment, if you can switch off your phone and not carry your paper home for work, I think your mental health will be okay.
Oh, fantastic.
If you can sleep early in the night, get up early and start your life at 6 o'clock in the morning, I think your mental health will be okay. But if you want to do a late night, have a couple of drinks because I want to sorrow, drown in my sorrow, I don't think you drown in your sorrow. You will create more and more anxiety for yourself. So it is up to you. Yeah, just regulate yourself, na? As simple as that.
Rajni, uncle.
Developer has mental problems? I don't think so. You cannot have. I'll give you my own example of yesterday. 10 o'clock I was called to Mantralaya and at the secretary met me at 6 o'clock. Session chalu hai. मैं बोले बुलाए क्यों? अगर पूरा दिन session चालू है तो. Why did you call me? No, I thought I'll get free time. So it's okay. We are very strong people. You don't require that.
Rajni, uncle, same question to you.
See, first of is, according to me, I little differs with the Dada. Health is wealth. Health is the first of अभी health रहेगा तो आप काम कर सकते हैं. तो पहले कोई भी चीज़, I think this is in the life, as long as I am preparing, you must have the some faith of religious, whatever you believe. किसमें भी आपका जो फेथ होता है, कोई भी रिलीजियस के अंदर आपका फेथ होने से आप में धीरे ऑटोमेटिकली आपके अंदर स्टेबिलिटी आती है, माइंड स्टेबिलिटी आ जाती है. And secondly, whatever is these things, everybody needs to be, whether you are in the real estate developer or anybody, you must have your regular workouts, and walking is a must. Then आपकी हेल्थ, कोई भी वर्कआउट करो, थोड़ा कोई 15-20 मिनट का मिनिमम 20 मिनट करो, कोई वर्कआउट करो. आज अभी मेरा रूटीन्स होता है, मैं मॉर्निंग्स वॉक, देर आफ्टर 1 आवर्स योगा एंड मेरा 1 आवर्स की पूजा. मेरा मॉर्निंग 4 आवर्स इज विथ मी. उसके बाद में मेरा फ़ोन बंद सब चालू हो जाता है, उसके बाद में ये चालू होता है. तो दिस थिंग इज़ द वेरी एसेंशियल फॉर द हेल्दी लिविंग ऑफ द लाइफ.
Fantastic. Same question to you.
I agree with Rajni bhai. And health के लिए I spend daily 2 hours. रजनी भाई के साथ में जब बाहर गाँव जाना होता था, एयरपोर्ट पर वॉक करना मैंने सीख लिया. लोग पागल समझते हैं एयरपोर्ट पर वॉक करते हैं तो सवेरे सवेरे है, लेकिन सवेरे वॉक कर लेते हैं. दैट इज़ पार्ट 1. पार्ट 2, बेसिकली आई एम अ फॉलोअर ऑफ पांडुरंग शास्त्री जी आठवले दादा. सो बेसिकली उनका प्रीचिंग ये है, नो आरती, नो प्रसाद, नथिंग कुछ. भगवान आपके साथ में है, वो 24 घंटे आपके साथ में, वो साथ में है तो फिर वो रियलाइज़ करके आप हर चीज़ देखते रहो. That's it. मतलब वो that creates good mental stability in me. So.
My last question, these are closing remarks. We all like to scale up. Right now we are, or we would like to believe that we are in a period of boom where we are seeing growth across all emerging cities, tier 1 cities, all asset classes. We are making it to the headlines in a positive way. And we all like to scale up. We would all want to scale up. What is your advice in such a period for everyone listening to you?
Rajni bhai just said na, पूर्णिमा के बाद में अमावस आती है. So if you want to scale up, be very cautious on what you are doing. Point number 1, and self-evaluate. I think that is very important. How much can I do? What is my core strength? Do I have the organizational setup to do it? And do I have the mental strength to take it? I think if you can do that, you scale up. Otherwise, you'll be satisfied in what you're doing. Don't do multi-city, do your own city. Be happy in whatever you're doing.
Rajni uncle, any closing remarks?
First of all, everybody must understand what is as very rightly Satish Dada has pointed out, भी अपनी खुद की कैपेसिटी क्या है, आज अपना रीच आउट कितना है. पहले तो सब अपनी पहले कैपेसिटी देखना चाहिए. और सेकंड चीज़, वही आप इमर्जिंग सिटी में, आप कोई भी सिटी के अंदर होता है, कोई भी विलेज में भी आप रहता है तो भी आप काम कर सकता है. कोई भी आज बड़ा डेवलपर बन सकता है. कोई अभी रियल एस्टेट में, कोई मेरे हिसाब से तो कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. सी व्हाट इज़ द रियल एस्टेट. आज एक पूरा आपका माइंड अप्लाई करके आप एक लैंड का एक्विजिशन करो. लैंड एक्विजिशन लेके आप उसके बाद में तो क्या लैंड एक्विजिशंस हो गया. देन सेकंड अपना कोई भी, वेदर बॉम्बे होवे कि कोई भी आपका गांव के, सेकंड थिंग योर एक्सपर्टाइज इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर अप्रूवल. और अप्रूवल हो गया एंड देन दी तीसरा स्टेज है कंस्ट्रक्शन. तो क्या है कि ऑटो साइड पे चलता है. अभी कंस्ट्रक्शन आज कोई, मैं खुद साइट पे जाके करता हूँ तो मेरी कोई 200 रुपया कम कॉस्ट आएगी. कोई नहीं, मैं ऑफिस में बैठते कोई काम करता है तो उसकी 100 ज़्यादा आएगा. तो कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट इज दी कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है. मेन इंपॉर्टेंस इज़ यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट राइट लैंड. तो कोई भी, मेरा कहने का मतलब ऐसा है कि भाई जो आदमी की कैपेसिटी है, अपनी खुद की कैपेसिटी हो, उसको खुद को लगता है कि मैं जाके पुणे में काम कर सकता हूँ, बॉम्बे में काम कर सकता हूँ. सो नाउ इन द एरा ऑफ ई टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड द एरा ऑफ द AI, I think people can do the business from sitting in his village or anywhere in the home.
Thank you. Jitu uncle, your thoughts for people?
Basically, मुझे लगता है कि basic is knowledge. Knowledge acquisition is a must. और उसमें अपडेट रहना ज़रूरी है. और वो रहने के बाद में we need to, हमें क्या अच्छा लगता है ये बनाने के पीछे नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. डिमांड क्या है ये मुझे लगता है कि प्रॉपरली एनालाइज करके then we need to move ahead.
Which is exactly what CREDAI does across 230 cities and 26 states and for 14,000 members. Thank you all of y'all. It was a great pleasure for sharing 120 years of real estate experience and anecdotes. Thank you.
I'd like to request your presence on stage for this moment. Inviting Mr. Sunil Kotwal, Mr. Kotwal, kindly do the next felicitation. Mr. Kotwal. Yes, sir. And Mr. Jagdish Babu, are you here? Sir, please join us on stage to felicitate Mr. Harshul Savla. Okay, and let's have a lovely group photograph of this moment. Baman sir, if you could join them as well. And a big round of applause. I can't hear you. Come on. These are our stalwarts, leaders who've been saying it like it is, and their contributions continue to inspire the real estate community even today.